All right, everyone. Welcome to Hot Book Alert Live. I'm your main man, Mercenot, coming at you on the ones and the twos. With me is my partner for Long Story Short, Mr. Long Short. How you doing?
I was absent last week. I felt really bad about Carter having to do the show by himself, but without question, he carried it well. I was actually just saving up everything I had for the Triple X episode, is what we're doing tonight. Triple X.
I don't have any pornographic material ready, but I'm so sorry about that. But it makes for a good graphic, doesn't it?
Man, it looks it looks hot. It looks damn hot.
So, how was your week?
It was relatively chill. Didn't do a ton of. I did a little dollar bin dig and found a few good things here and there. This was more of a week. I needed to organize some shit. I just got stacks of books that I need to get organized and put away. So I was doing some of that this weekend. But the weekend digging was all right. I found that one book I shared with you on the eBay purchase, Pike's Peak or Bust, the novel with the Alex Schomburg cover. So I've been looking for that one. I found it for $15, and so I was pretty happy with that. So it was probably my good score this week.
Ah, okay. I was out and about, so the only amount of digging outside of a comic book show was so I went to a dollar sale. It was like a 50-cent and a dollar sale because there was a store that had shut down for a couple of months because the owner had died. But his friend had taken over, and so she reopened it, and it was basically, it seemed like a blowout. You know what I mean? Of like
Everything priced to go.
Mm-hmm. And one of the features of the sale was $70 long boxes, but they were blind boxes, and I did not buy one of them, and I should have.
Yeah, man, those are fun. Those can be a lot of fun. $70. So that's cheap. I mean, you're not going to lose money on that if you want to actually, move it. But
I know, because
any idea like what age of comic were in them, or was it all just random shit?
It was definitely a lot of more modern age than anything. Like, because throughout the store, it was just a lot of modern. So, damn. But oh well. But I did find some cool stuff there, and what else? What else? I'll be doing a haul video this week on the stuff that I found, and I went to a convention today. I was kind of on the fence about whether I should go or not, just because I'm just like, I don't know, the last couple of times that I went to this convention, because it happens like every other month, in different parts of the state, but it's run by the same promoter. But the last few times I was just like, I could have stayed home. but I found something in the dollar boxes that made everything worth it.
Yeah, I would say more than something. That was a nice score. Let's just leave it at
that. Yeah, it was a really good. Yeah, and the thing about, but what was kind of alarming about the show was that it was like hardly anybody there, though. That was the thing.
And how far did you say the drive was from your place?
It was like 45 minutes.
All right.
I mean, it was relatively close to home. That was, I mean, my thinking was that it was because it was, football opening day.
Yeah. People are staying put, watching the games.
Yeah, but damn, man, it was not a lot of people there. And I guess in the things that people were buying, maybe even a year ago, it seems like they're not buying now.
Yeah, I mean the market is soft, man. By every objective measure, the market is super. It's gotten quietly super soft. There's some bigger books moving, but there's so many deals out there. I mean, it's unbelievable how many are out there if you're just looking.
Right. All right, Terrace Cherwick, what's up? I am yes, I am a comic book white supremacist and a black activist at the same time. Very much so.
Just a contradiction.
Mm-hmm. I'm complex. But yeah, it was an interesting week, and I can't wait to do a haul video sometime this week. I'm thinking either Wednesday or on Friday, either that Wednesday or Friday. That's what I'm thinking. So, but yeah, it was a good time. Very good time. All right. So, this is Hot Book Alert Live number 30. And yeah, I worked on this pretty much all week and especially on Saturday. And I knew that I wouldn't have the time I wouldn't have the time today to work on it. So, I hope you guys like it. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so what are we starting with? I don't know if we've talked about this on the show or not.
I feel like we may have, but maybe I could be confusing with another Dick's brand cover. So, but
Okay, so we've got Batman number 23 from 1944. Beautiful Joker cover. Let's look at the census here. There are a couple of 9.6s,
wow.
but this is probably one of my favorite Joker covers. I love the back. I mean the black background. Very black activist worthy for sure. If you can find one in the right condition. All right. So we had a raw copy that sold for $27.50. And
Wow.
that's the main reason why I put this on the show. So let's get into it. All right. This thing
Man,
looks
yeah, I
solid.
was
Look
gonna
at
say,
that.
man, that black looks. I mean, for that age, you would expect that to be ticked to hell. That's damn. That is really solid.
This doesn't even look real.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, if somebody passing this off as one of those photocopies or something,
Right?
damn,
Now
damn.
the cynical comic collector would say, why didn't you get this graded?
Yeah,
But let's see. Let's take a look at the back. Okay. Okay, I see it now.
that's water damage right there. It looks like. Yeah, is that? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's got to be.
Yep.
It's weird that like none of that bled through to the front, not even around the on the spine or anything.
Right. I wonder what Joe, aka Red Hood, could do with something like this.
So you can bathe these things and take some of that stuff out, but it's a delicate process. You take the cover right off, soak it in just in water, can clean up some of that stuff. But
Okay, so we can take a look. All right, so what are you seeing? Are you seeing anything? Let's take it. Okay, so let's get an overall sense of the inside.
I mean,
That,
the pages are white, man. I mean, this book is like it's kind of a contradiction.
Are you seeing any marker bleed anywhere? You noticing any of it?
I'm not picking anything up.
Okay, let's take a look.
You would think the black would come right through.
What about here? Does that look like anything? Or right here?
I mean, it's too hard to tell from these pictures if that's just normal dirt on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough to tell. It would have been great if we could have seen the inside of the back cover, but yeah, this thing looks great.
I mean, listen, if this thing is on the up and up, even with the back as it is, I think this is a really good price.
Mm-hmm. So what was this? So this was a buy it now.
Is this a big comic seller?
Let's see. I mean, they have comics. It looks like they're selling stuff from
all over the place.
Yeah. But they have comics. I'm not quite sure. I mean, something like this is pretty interesting.
And I mean, they're just selling shit. I mean, all sorts of shit. I mean,
yeah. Like you said, it's all over the place. So I'll tell you, let's look up Batman number 23. Because here's much lower grade copies. And here's a 7.5 that I've been looking at that hasn't ended yet. That this is going to end in about a week. So this doesn't look too far off from what we saw. So I'm really interested in what this is going to end at.
A long way to go on this one, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a full freaking week. So I would say by the time we do this show again, this might be back on the show. All right. I tell you what, let's move on to another book because I have a feeling we're going to circle back to this particular issue next week.
Real quick on this, I'm just pulling up the last 7.5 sale for this. Went for $5,000.
Oh, geez.
Back in July.
Okay.
And that was a dip. Before that, it was 72, and that was December of 2023. $7,200.
Wow. Okay. All right. What's next? All right. So we've got Weird Science 19 from 1953. This is a Wallace Don't Call Him Wally Wood cover.
Love it.
Yes. All right, so the census on this is what? 100 total?
Looks like it. 9.8 on the census.
Yeah, all right. And CGC 7.0 sold for $1,000.
Wow.
All right, so let's take a look. I could have swore there was a higher price for this book. Weird Science number 19. I tell you what, I want to look this book up because I could have swore there was one that went for more.
What number was it? 19?
Yeah. Let's see. I could have swore.
That's a 7.0, you said? That's, according to Go Collect, take it for what it's worth. There was only been the last 7.0 sale on this back in March of 2021 was for $542.
Okay. So it looks like this thing is moving upwards. Why does it look small in that guy's hands?
Dude, is this a giant? Yeah, it looks
It looks like tiny.
like a
Damn
mini
it.
com. Yeah.
I know. There's the angles. Okay, so so this was used in Seduction of the Innocent. You have a beautiful zombie. Look at this great zombie cover.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean that's scary as hell.
Wow, this is a terrific image.
Do they credit him as Wallace Wood or Wally Wood on this?
Let's see, Wally Wood, but he didn't. But he didn't like to be called Wally though.
That seems to be he was always been known by.
I'll refer to him as what he would have rather gone by. This thing is really solid.
Good looking book, man.
This is not the type of book that I see at conventions.
I don't remember ever seeing this one out and about.
If I did, it would have been in like ragged shape.
Yeah,
and
sure.
They still wanted like $1,000 for it. I think this guy looks like you.
Listen, I wasn't going to say anything. But, you know.
He's got the shadow and everything. But beautiful cover. Oh, Red Hood. Hey, how long you been waiting? I'm sorry.
I was about to leave, bro.
Oh, jeez, man.
I'm working with because I'm watching football on the other screen, so I got like a condensed. So I'm basically working off of one screen.
What are you watching? Cincinnati and Cleveland both lost, bro.
Cleveland, it seems like they shit the bed. Honestly, I like even before the fourth quarter, I was just like, okay, I can't do this, so I just went to sleep and tried to do that. So Dak got paid. So what are we feeling about that?
That's a lot of money, bro. I'll tell you what, though, Deshaun Watson, bro, all he needs is a mask and a gun because he's robbing Cleveland, bro. Bro, guaranteed $200 million? My God, bro.
I'm still gonna maintain that Stefanski is a horrible play caller.
He is,
and everybody in Cleveland sports talk like denies it.
I'll tell you what, Gerard Marrow is a hell of a coach, man, with the Patriots.
Well, we'll see, man.
He's going to surprise a lot of people, man.
We will see. One game is early, but everybody was pleasantly surprised in New England. Let's just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Joe. Good stuff. What was that book? Okay, I want to take a look at this. And so this is the first book that we talked about. And so this is Batman number 23. And I wanted to take a look at this back cover. Is there anything you can do from this? Just looking at this one photo here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see this and you're kind of just licking your chops.
Yeah, I've got a Batman that almost looks like that. I'm doing for Phil. And make it so that red, it looks like it got wet and smeared, and
yeah,
that can be I don't want to say taken off, but I can make it look different.
Okay. All right.
And you want to keep that stamp. Like you don't want to try and take that stamp off.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to get nicked for that.
I love store stamps, so that's not a big
But
deal. To me.
that cover is pretty damn good, man. The colors and everything, just vibrant and
Look how black that cover is, though.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
so. Is there the inside? Ooh, go to the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what's up. Blow that up. Can you blow that up?
Because I'm not seeing any like marker bleed or anything like that. This looks a little iffy, like right in there, but you know.
Go back up to the top. Keep going. You see some bleed over.
Yeah.
To the paper right there.
Mm-hmm. If somebody's willing to take a chance on it,
you would need to put a light on that shit.
Right.
I mean, the cover looks, but that's why you buy at your own risk. If they're not going to put a black light to it for you, like
okay, all right, yeah, something this damn expensive. Okay.
I mean, is it worth taking the risk buying it, seeing if it's color touch, and then returning it? I mean,
yeah, $2,700. I mean,
yeah,
it sort of makes you think, if it's that good, why isn't it graded?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
But this seller also doesn't seem like necessarily the most sophisticated comic book seller. Just given, I mean, they had some books all. I mean, look, you have another golden age up there, right? You got a Pez dispenser.
You know what? And this is the type of seller that you want to buy that book from. We've talked about it before, where it's like a junk drawer.
Yeah.
And right. So they don't know exactly what to ask for. They're kind of in the ballpark, but
yeah,
right. It's like a garage sale type of, right, when they're selling like socks and shit like that,
Necklaces,
yeah, pendants, and hey, will you take 2,300 for it? Yeah, it was my husband's old book. He don't care.
They're selling locks, old locks. So
yeah, is that a rooster?
Yeah, stuffed rooster, man.
Yeah,
we do comic books and stuffed roosters,
stuffed chickens.
This looks pretty cool. This Superman little pinball machine. So to me, this all looks like stuff from somebody's basement that they just brought up. So
yeah, so like I've always been a proponent from buying from a store like this, because like you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck.
Does it make you feel better about the color touch risk when you're buying from somebody like this?
Because somebody like this is not going to paint a comic cover. Now, they could have acquired it from somebody that color touched it. They could have acquired it from, God knows who. But like, I in knowing what I'm seeing now, I think I would have a good feeling about buying that comic.
Right on. Lord Tatman's Comics, what's up?
The question is, do you want to buy that other Joker comic right there for $1,500?
Click on that. And that's the one I'm doing for Phil right now.
I mean, that's pretty damn clean in its own right.
Like the back of Phil, man, it's the before and after are going to blow y'all away, man.
What does that look like, color touch there?
Nah, that ain't color touch.
Okay.
Like I literally have this comic over in the next room, man. Oh, look at that.
A little chipping. Yeah,
it's a little rough. It's a little rough.
It's about a 2.25.
All right, let's keep it pushing. All right, Lord Tapman's Comics, thank you for the super chat. I saw you last night on Trashcast, but I did not get to watch all of it because I had to go to bed early. It is a drag to go to bed early for like either to go to work or even for a convention. That shit is a drag. I don't like doing that, especially like on a Saturday night, having to go to bed early. I hate it.
That just feels wrong, man. It just feels wrong.
Yeah, it feels like I don't know. It feels like my Saturday is like condensed. You know what I'm saying?
They're taking it from you, man.
It's like they're sawing off my Saturday. I don't like that. But like I said, the convention was kind of worth it. It's all good. All right, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? All right, ooh, baby, mama, hell yeah. All top comics. All top comics number 11 from 1948. Fox Publications. Beautiful Matt Baker cover. All right. Let's take a look at that census. So we've got what are we doing? What is this? 45 total. And there is a 9.6, couple of 9.2, 9.0.
A 9.6.
So there are some high grades for this book. And let's see, a raw copy of this sold for $700. So let's take a look.
It's a dark picture, man. Jesus.
This is a hard. All you're getting is 2 pictures. That's it.
Always like when the price tag of what they paid for it, just to kind of throw it in your face. Like, look what I bought it for. Now I'm selling it to you for this.
Okay, so I remember selling a book, and I still kept the price sticker on it, and they wound up like making a return on it. And ever since then, I'm just like, I always take the price sticker off.
Yeah. It's not worth it, man.
Yeah. Or I just try to cover it up somehow.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
I mean, is this where Liefeld got the no feet thing from, do you think?
Wow. There is nothing going on with this chick's feet.
Nobody's telling Matt Baker anything.
He must have been in a rush. So she's killing a warthog. I love white girls in the jungle. Nothing better.
They wouldn't survive, 10 minutes.
In reality, but in the bush, white girls in the bush, nothing better. Do you like this for 700?
I do, for Matt Baker. Can I see the back again of it real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to convince myself whether or not I would have rolled the dice on this one.
Yeah. So they gave you a close crop.
Yeah, you don't even get the whole thing. That's some water damage in the lower left, it looks like.
Yeah, this is horrible picture taking right here. You would think for something this expensive, they would. I got to see what the hell else this person is selling. Let's see. Let's see if they should know better.
Yeah, they've got.
Yeah, they probably should know better.
They probably should get a different phone, man.
Yeah. Either that or get some damn lighting, man. Oh, you know what? It really doesn't cost that much. Like the daylight lighting, like that bright white, so you can get everything. So you can get all the details. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's those are pretty cheap. Those light bulbs are pretty damn cheap. So, but you guys like this for 7?
I would have asked for more pictures, I think.
Okay.
But Matt Baker, I'm not going to argue with Matt Baker.
Oh, this one. We got another beautiful Matt Baker lady cover. So we have Phantom Lady number 13 from 1947. The census on this is 77 total. I never see Phantom Ladies at any conventions.
I looked at one at a con. The one the call was at. The dude, it was a 2-0 maybe, and the dude wanted like $2,700 for it or something. Bananas. I mean,
I take that back. I saw a Phantom Lady cover today, and they wanted 600 just for the cover. Just for the cover.
Damn.
All right. So we had a CGC 3.0 that sold for $28.30. Let's take a look.
I love this book, man. God, this is painful. I love this book so much. Liger, Phantom Lady or Blonde Phantom? Good question, man. I'm gonna go with Phantom Lady. But I'm sure people will argue with me about that one.
I smell a crossover. You only get 2 photos, but so you can see like that chipping right there.
I'm not mad at this at all.
Presents very well.
Yeah.
2,300 for a 3.0. Wow.
Beautiful book, though, man. Absolutely stunning book.
I like the sheen going, the leg sheen and the arm sheen. I'm not mad at this.
Nope.
She's all sheened up. $28.30.
Damn.
All right, so let's do I guess some Silver Age. So we have Tales to Astonish, number 13, first appearance of Groot. Of course. This book has been hot for the last 12 years now.
Yeah, but obviously since Guardians came out, this book has been on people's radars.
Them boobies sheened up too. They are. All right. Let's take a look at the census on this. Damn, that's not a lot. I thought this would be more. So what, 630 total?
Yeah, this is before the superhero thing went bananas, right? So
I would have thought it would have been like maybe $1,000 minimum as far as
copies.
Yeah. At least on the census, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how, when did Groot really become? If you think about Spider-Man and all the major characters from the early '60s, right? People have been great in those, tucking those things away. Like, this book must have just been like not a throwaway, but just a castaway for years. Like, who the hell is Groot, right? I mean,
I tell you what. Early 2013. So this is 11 years ago. I was at a convention and I see this book for $100, but I didn't buy it because there was a chip missing out of the corner.
How big are we talking? Well, like what size chip are we talking about?
It went from the top of the left corner to the A.
Oh, okay.
So, and it was, but it just kind of, it was a turnoff at first. And the guy was like, well, I could do 80. And I still balked. Still balked at it.
Oh, man.
And so I leave, come back, and of course, the book is gone.
Naturally.
But the thing of it was, there were copies still available for around $100 still on my comic shop. Like consignments and stuff like that. And they were still pretty solid. They were kind of low grade, but they were still solid. And this had been going, and I remember seeing those for like months for months, and then all of a sudden they all dried up. So
I mean, Groot hit, he hit big, man. I mean, what grade do you think the one you passed on was with the chip on it?
Oh, geez, probably I would say like a 3.5, a 3 to 3.5. That's what I'm thinking.
Bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is the show where I share my comic book failures.
We all have them, man.
Gene Paul Ace Peter, what's happening? I haven't seen you in a minute. You are one of the early watchers, early commenters on the video. So what's happening? But let's take a look at the price. So a raw copy sold for $2,500. That's about what I remember seeing this go for, like kind of around at the height as far as raw copy. Actually, no, I take that back. There was a copy that I saw where the let's see, where this was completely split in half, like right across the middle, and they still wanted like $2,000 for it. And this was like around 20, I want to say like around 2014, 2015. Do any of you guys have this book?
I don't.
Mm-mm. I appreciate it, but like for me, like this wasn't one of my favorite characters. Like Rocket. Now, if it's Tales to Astonish with Rocket on the cover, that's a different story, bro. But the Groot really didn't start to get the appeal until Baby Groot came out. You know what I mean? And the little dancing in the plant. That's when you saw him really get popular.
You know what? Yeah, because okay, so back in 2012, what's that book? Marvel Premiere number, no, not Marvel Premiere, but Marvel Preview number 7. That was the book that I was going like high and low for. Like that's the book that was the book where I said if I found it, I would stop collecting.
Really?
Yes. I was after that book so hard in 2012.
Dear Lord, just let me find it and I will give up this God forbidden hobby. We're good.
Yes. That I made that bargain and I welched on it. But yeah, and okay, so the first appearance of Rocky Raccoon, that was the book that where I found that, and I found Marvel Preview number 4. Okay, number 4 was the first Star-Lord. Number 7. So I found that book the day after they had announced the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, right? And then, but trying to find number 7, that was the bitch. Yeah. That was really tough. And I thought that was going to be the book. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Hulk. I'm going blank on the number. Right, the first comic appearance of Rocket. I mean, that seems to have taken over as the book most people want. It feels like when I see like the high sales, it's always around on that book for some reason, rather than the magazine. I guess people just gave up on the magazine.
Yeah, and then like a year later, 271 became hot.
Yeah, 271.
Yeah. I was able to find some of those, but yeah, it's like you had to have Marvel Preview. Is that the name of the comic?
I thought it was Marvel Premiere.
Premiere. Okay, so Premiere is. Oh gosh, Marvel Premiere is the first Iron Fist, right?
Oh God. I'm getting old, bro.
I know, right? It's like there's just so much info. It's like some of this has to get dumped somewhere. This thing is really solid.
Yeah, it was preview.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what, let's look up Marvel, Marvel, Previdw, number 7. Marvel Preview number 7. So this was the book that I had been after all summer back in 2012. This is such a great cover, too.
God damn.
And it was so funny. Like, it was so rough trying to find it.
A 9.8 sold this year for
Mhm.
almost 16 grand.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
April. Now,
Are there any with Bradley Cooper's autograph on it?
there's only 6 9.8s, man.
I think I have one Marvel Preview left. What about number 4? What's number 4 selling for? A 9.6 for $750. A 9.8,
Star-Lord, man.
yeah, and a 9.8 for $2,800. I mean, these were like the hot books of like 2012, 2013, which feels like a lifetime ago.
It does.
Might as well be, man.
But that's what changed the MCU, man. It's like if Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't work, you don't get Infinity War or Endgame. You're not even close. When that movie was a hit and people bought in on the whole outer space thing and it was game on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed everything. You believe it was believable.
I think
it's like, man, they can make this.
That was in the window where Marvel could do no wrong.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I don't know where those days went, but
me either, man.
I think it seems like it started going out of the window like around 2020, 2021.
No, it was after
Endgame.
the whole thing wrapped up, right? I mean, whatever. That Spidey movie was decent. The one where
it was okay. Just the kid doing the whole sorcery, just like no,
not that one. The one before where they went to Europe.
I didn't even see that one. Was it Far From Home?
Far From Home, yeah. It was perfectly entertaining. Like there was nothing wrong with it. Like
Jake Gyllenhaal did a pretty good job as
Mysterio was cool to see on the screen. I think they did a good job with the character. Like that was fine. And then obviously the whole COVID thing broke, right? And they went offline for a while.
So Brian's Comic Garage. So you had the OA, their original art for Marvel Preview 4?
Yeah. That's
jeez.
Man, that's
yikes.
God damn.
What?
I regret, you regret.
Wow.
God damn, man. You're talking, if you have the original, like the OA, man, you could say about 20 grand, right? Or at least what a 9.8 would go for in.
Oh, wow, man. Yeah, I collected all the magazine covers. Wow. What's the first appearance of Gamora? I forget. I want to say Warlock, but it's not. It's Marvel something.
No.
Is it Marvel Premiere? No. Marvel something.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
We're looking up all the first appearances.
Strange Tales 180.
Strange Tales 180. Okay. We're looking up all the first appearances of the Guardians of the Galaxy because we're feeling nostalgic right now. Strange Tales 180. I remember this book took a while to catch on, but then it did. But it kind of fell off again. I mean, decent prices though for like raw copies.
Yeah, she's a good character.
Mm-hmm.
She was really well done.
She was like super sexy, and like in her first appearances. I'm trying to find first Gamora cover, I believe.
Let me get my Guardians omnibus out here.
All right. Yeah, let's move on. Man, got this thinking about the freaking early 2010.
Yeah, see, that Groot is the first because they go through all the origins of all the characters in the
Oh yeah.
Tales to Astonish is the first one there, the Groot. So love that cover. The solo classics.
All right. What's next? What are we doing next? All right. So we have Tally Ho Comics from 1944. So apparently this is Frank Frazetta's first professional work. Warlock 15. Yeah. Yeah. I think I still have that. I'm pretty sure I still have that book. All right. So Tally Ho Comics. Any of you guys familiar with this?
No. Is the cover his work or is it inside?
It has to be inside.
I was going to say that like this is not Frazetta.
This is a very unassuming book right here, I gotta say. All right, so 44 total on the census. Okay, so it's halftime right now, and I'm looking at Maria Taylor. She got some thoroughbred legs, boy. Look at you. Let's see. We have a CBCS that sold for $1,500, but this was a buy it now though. So let's take a look. Okay, so first comic art by Frank Frazetta, only issue. Okay.
You know what I was thinking about, Mercenot?
Huh.
That I bet, like with all these issues that CGC's had and CBCS in the past, and like, I bet there's a lot of people that want these companies to fail so they can sell raw books that are restored or color touched, and like, man, these grading companies are terrible. You know what I mean? So they can sell their raw.
Well, you know what's interesting about what PSA is going to do, right? And I think they're going to get a lot of business, is that they're not changing the label for restored or for incomplete. It's just going to be written on there, but you're not going to see like a green or a purple label. All the labels are going to be consistent, and it's just going to be noted on there. Which I think a lot of people are going to submit a shit ton of books.
I think because CBCS, they kind of do that where it's just like blue all the way, even if there are some issues. You know what I mean?
I thought they had. I'm trying to think of a CBCS resto book or incomplete. I can't even envision one. Is it the exact same thing where there's nothing on nothing to distinguish the label?
I never noticed if there was anything Because I remember it just being a blue label, just like this.
And if there was a restored label, like if a vomit color restored,
as it should be, as it should be. This is a book I've never noticed, and you would think it would go for more, even if it isn't. Even if his work isn't on the cover. It feels like it should be known to more people, right?
Yeah, I know.
it's almost a seasonally correct book, right? You got a scary. What is that? Is that a crocodile?
It looks like a crocodile pumpkin. It looks like a hybrid.
And then you got a couple of snowmen on the cover.
This just looks all over the place. It looks seasonally disjointed.
I'm getting like Grinch vibes from that that orange dude.
Yeah.
So what came first? This or the Grinch?
Ooh.
What year is this?
This is 1944.
This the Grinch was Dr. Seuss originally, right? He wrote it in the book. The cartoon came obviously later, but
All right. But yeah, this is I don't know, this book seems yeah, CBCS just puts it on the label.
okay, they just note it.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's next? Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
This beauty. This beautiful book here. True Love Pictorial, number 11 from 1954. Beautiful, classic Matt Baker cover.
I love the dialogue in this cover.
What is she saying? If he could only know, what do I have to do to get him to notice me or something
Yeah,
like that?
I'm gonna do something that'll make him know.
Sweetie, you ain't got to do much. No woman has to do that much, really. Okay, I'm trying to dig up the listing here.
I was thinking of saying something, but then I started praying. Lord, it's me again. Please help me.
Okay, so look at that. Only 33 on the census. So Grinch was 1957. So I think it seems like the artist for the Grinch got it from that Tally Ho Comics.
Yeah, he was inspired.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at the. Okay, so we got a raw copy that sold for $600, essentially. All right. So I've tried every trick in the book to get him interested, but he insists on that cold professional attitude. I know one thing that will make him sit up and take notice. Okay. At this point, you just got to bring another dude in.
Lord, it's me again.
All right, so this book is not solid at all, but it's still sold for, what did I say?
$600.
Yeah, this is a classic, though.
Yeah, man. We featured this one on Long Story Short a few weeks ago, a few months ago. I'm losing track of time, but I didn't even remember seeing. I look for Baker covers all the time. I don't even remember seeing this one. And you signed this one. I mean, a lot of this stuff is not signed.
Yeah,
man, that guy's face is drawn like a Kirby character.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. Like even like
it looks like Steve Rogers right there, bro.
He looks really blocky. It's funny
Nice.
because she looks like very sleek and he looks really blocky.
Bro, this is Steve Rogers and Black Widow, bro.
Look, there's a naked chick on the cover. I never noticed this before.
Seduction of the Innocent. Goddamn bastards back in the day.
Look at that. I never noticed this. So there's a painting of a naked chick in the background, and I've never noticed this before. As many times as I've looked at this cover. Wow. I want to read this story now. Shoot. I want to see what she did. Okay,
Some
so
of these romance books, man, they are a hoot to read. Oh, the back is a little banged up.
Hey, look, get that little chihuahua home.
please give me a. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Dude, that's awesome, bro. Look how small the little fucker is, bro.
Please give me a home. You can't say no to that. Somebody filled out.
Somebody filled it out.
paperwork.
They want that chihuahua, bro.
They just mailing chihuahuas out back in the day. Just
Man,
Yeah, it seems like right.
here's how to get at no cost your new real live miniature dog.
I'll be happy to send you without paying a
Bro,
penny.
it's before it was named a chihuahua, bro.
Fully grown. You can carry it in your pocket. hold it in one hand. Yet it barks and is
this
reliable.
legal, bro?
Right? Oh, look at that face. Look at that. Look at that sad face.
supply limited.
Bro, I've seen everything now.
Okay, so if you saw this at a convention for $600,
I'm hemming and hawing. I'm
Oh,
talking. I'm saying, could you do 4 maybe?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a little rough, but gosh darn, man, I never see this book ever. I got to imagine anybody that would have this book. Okay, if they had it cheap, it would be snapped up already, like before the show even started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and if they did have it the other way around, it would be like just astronomical, just because.
Yep.
But yeah, love this book. Love this cover. I've never seen it in the flesh, and there is a naked woman in the background in that painting. All right, what's next? Jack Kamen cover, Blue Beetle number 57 from 1948. Is this oh wow, she's in danger. This is a I Can Save Her cover. All right, so 21 total on the census.
Yeah, I dig the Jack Kamen covers from Blue Beetle.
Mm.
What is he going to strangle her with his tie? Is that what's going on
Yes,
there?
that's exactly what's going on. All right, so okay, so we had a raw copy that sold for $200. That looks like a damn fine deal. Okay, so the thing about this is that eBay was doing that thing where it basically disappears if you look it up on the desktop. So I had to take pics from my phone and transfer it. But I don't know. Do you like this for 200?
Can I see the back?
Yeah.
I can live with that chip. So the same chip is what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck were they doing to get that to do that?
I know, right?
For $200, I can live with it.
Yeah, it can be cleaned up. And
I think I would have done it for $200.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because this is a cover I had never noticed before.
Yellow covers are always eye catching. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these Blue Beetle covers these Golden Age Blue Beetles are wild.
Yeah.
Maybe Frederick Wortham was right. I don't know. All right, next up, JoJo Comics number 8 from 1947. This is a Jack Kamen multiple skull cover. Look at that.
A lot of skulls for your buck here on this one.
This chick is, I can't save her. She gone. She is gone. All right, so we have, what is that, 52 total on the census? I want to take a look. I'm going to try to find the listing for it if I can. Or maybe, I think, okay, so, all right, so picture in the slides. Okay, so we had a raw copy that sold for $600. I'm sorry. Jeez. CGC 4.5 that sold for $600.
I don't think it's that bad for this. Kamen, I think, is a little underappreciated, to be honest with you. Yeah, 600 is not bad for this.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty damn good price. Okay, so let's take a look. So, okay, so you see this graded 4.5 for $600. You're on it or no?
No, the first thing for 600, I'm thinking, okay, can I get this thing for less than 5? Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like, can I get it for less than 5? So we'll see. But 600, I think I've seen this go for, for less raw, probably in this rough range. So I don't know. I like this one though.
Back cover is solid.
Yep. Good cover.
Hell yeah. This is another cover I've never seen before, so. Damn, all them damn skulls, man. That's what's up. All right, next up, Ghost Rider number 1. This is the Golden Age Ghost Rider from 1950. So Dick Ayer's art. There's something about Golden Age Ghost Rider I freaking love. All right, so the census on this is 216, if I'm seeing that right. My screen, my screen is like really condensed, so I'm not able to see that well on it.
Yeah, that looks right.
Okay.
I was expecting this to be a little bit less for some reason, but I don't know
oh,
why.
Really? I was thinking that, but
I just never see this book. I just never see it. Like,
yeah. All right, so we had a CGC 8.0 that sold for $2,000.
All right.
I'll tell you what, let's take a look at this one. Damn, this is a really nice shape. Probably one of the most underrated characters of the Golden Age, in my opinion. Any of you guys like this for $2,000?
Mm-hmm. I would buy it.
It's a great looking book.
Just because of the grade. The grade, I mean, is.
Look at that. See that black?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a number 1 black cover. First, I mean, Golden Age.
Let's see. Gee,
I mean, it's nice.
5. Frezetta. Let's see if we can find Ghost Rider 5. All right, so this is my favorite cover right here. Ghost Rider number 5. Let's see if any sold lately. Damn. There are none to be had, it seems. Let's see. Let's dig a little deeper. Golden Age. Damn. Are there any? I'm not seeing any. Okay, so well, here's the photocopy, but this is my favorite cover.
Yeah.
Pretty much this might be like top 5 covers of all time. Now
Really?
this is a Frazetta cover. And this might be his most underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like to me, to me, this beats like the sci-fi stuff. For me. But yeah. All right. What else? All right, so we're going to jump into the modern age here. All right, so we've got Superman Man of Steel number 20. I was floored by this price. So this is the second print DC Universe variant. Have any of you guys come across this book?
Mm-mm.
All right. So the census on this is 19 total. There are what, 398s? Wow. Okay.
That's cool, man. I like the DC Universe stuff is awesome.
Okay, so let's take a look at this price here. So we had a raw copy that sold for $1,200 after 14 bids. I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Holy shit. I was not expecting that.
I told you I was floored by that price.
I thought you were going to put up like a 9.8 for $500 or something.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to take a look at this thing. I want to see how nice this is because, okay, like right off the bat, look at that. You got rounded corner and you got like heavy ticks. I'm talking heavy. Look at this.
Bro, what the fuck is going on here?
Now, you have this supposedly soft market for comics, but people are paying $1,200 for a ticked up modern age.
You're still seeing records being broken.
Yes.
But the market is narrowed ridiculously. It's narrowed ridiculously. It's really for obscure stuff or super high grade or, you know.
Ain't no way. Man, of all the DCU variants that I have, like coming across these Funeral for a Friend issues, like these are just really tough to find though. I will say, but I mean
the guys who like Steve Horn and those guys who really like live and breathe this stuff, like I don't know like where this stacks up on the scarcity for DCUs, but if that price is to be believed, it's got to be one of the rarest.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. It's not even graded.
So what do you think a 9.8 should sell for?
Oh my gosh, man. What do you think, Ben?
I mean, if we're gonna go on this, let's just be generous and say this is a 9.4. A 9.8 in this book has got to be $5,000 plus $6,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now it can be, you know, that they're so obscure that the differences don't even get that crazy because people just want it. They just pay crazy money for a book. So, you know, sometimes you see with super scarce books, doesn't matter the grade, like the price all kind of like runs together. Could be a situation like that, but I know some of these are super obscure. I just don't know anything about this book specifically.
What's up, Eric? How did you like your books, bro?
The man had glaucoma. I am disgusted. But I'd be happy to find one though. All right, what's next? Sonic the Hedgehog, number 98 from 2001. So this is the first appearance of Shadow, who will be in the whatchamacallit, in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, right?
Sonic 3. My kids could not be more pumped for that movie. They thought that was like the greatest trailer ever.
Sonic 3? I thought, damn. There was a second one already?
Yeah, the second one was good too. They loved that one. But they are super pumped for Sonic 3. It comes out like in December.
Okay. All right. So, wow, there's not a lot on the census. Look at that. Less than 50. Wow.
I bought this book for my son years ago. You know, he read it to death. It's, you know, it's in a 2.0 or something like that right now, if the cover's still attached. But yeah, I just absolutely killed it. And we paid nothing for it. We paid $5 or whatever.
Yeah. All right. So we had a CGC 9.6 that sold for $600.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Shadow's a huge character in the whole Sonic world.
I know. Yeah, I noticed there's like, well, there had been multiple sales for this Sonic 98 comic. Let's see. Yeah, because there's like, I mean, it's like you can't find one for less than $300, even raw.
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta dig that book out.
Yeah. So okay. So there's a raw copy that sold for $250. Let's just say this raw copy here sold for $300, $250 in September. You know, all of this is like in September. So.
Yep.
Jeez.
Not surprised.
Jeez. I did
Sonic
not.
Books, I mean, you know, Sonic books always like the 1 in 10s from IDW. I mean, they go for big bucks.
I didn't know. I knew Sonic was like hot, but I didn't realize Shadow was so freaking expensive.
I mean, I've told the story before, but back in the day, Mac, he would go to like shows with me when he was, and we'd look for Sonic. We'd go to big shows, and we'd find one dealer with any Sonic books at all out of like 30 and 40 dealers. So, I mean, you know, these books were super lightly ordered and heavily read.
Okay. Damn. I didn't know. All right. I'm sure I've talked about this book, and I'm sure this book has been on Long Story Short, right?
Yeah, I mean, this book's fun. This book's been on every channel I can imagine. I saw this sale, and it's cool. But I mean, if I'm dropping money, I'm not dropping that much on this. And I love Back to the Future, probably amongst my very favorite movies. And I don't think at that point in my life I had anticipated a movie like I anticipated Back to the Future 2. Because they teased it, obviously, right at the end of the first one.
Yeah.
And it took years to come out. Right? Years. And, like, you know, and you know, so I was, like, really looking forward to it. And it delivered. Like, I got nothing bad to say. I'm just amazed what this book goes for.
Okay, so this is Back to the Future number 1. This is the Zbox Sports Almanac variant. So 182 on the census, 84 9/8, 35 9/8 signature series. All right, so we had a 9/8, CGC 9/8 that sold for $12.50.
That's a big price tag, man.
Okay, so this book was exclusive in England, in the UK, right?
No, I mean, it's in those Z-Box. I thought you could get those Z-Boxes anywhere, and it came in those.
Steve Horn had like 2 or 3 9/8s.
Oh, geez.
Of this. I remember because I think I made him a offer about 3 or 4 years ago.
I think this is My Bargain Comics. So yeah, this is Steve Horn's.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah, because I meant to make a note of that because I saw that one of these sales was from My Bargain Comics. So
Son of a
That's
bitch.
funny.
Yep.
Look at
It is.
Right? Look at
All
that.
right.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
I mean, you know, like you make a mental note of who's got a book that you want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and you don't forget it.
But I freaking love this book. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
it's
said.
badass, dude.
Yeah,
It's badass.
I love. I saw because I remember seeing this. I remember seeing the first Back to the Future in the theater,
Mm-hmm.
and then seeing it again and seeing number 2 in the theater. You know, and like I don't know, man. Yeah,
Bro, me and my wife went and saw it in IMAX probably about 5 years ago, or no, 4 years ago. And my God, it is just so different on the big screen than watching it on TV. You know, and that's because we all have like 80-inch TVs now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Still, it's just so crisp when you see it on the big screen. That scene with what's her name? Oh, God, the actress. What's her name?
It was Elizabeth Shue in the second one. They just, are you talking? Oh, you're not talking. You're not talking about.
I'm talking about the first one.
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson. When you first see her face in the 50s, and she's in the, and you just like the theater went, like you heard that gasp because I mean, she's so beautiful back then, you know.
Yeah.
But anywho,
she looks pretty damn good now.
Where this one came out, I mean, that movie was the hoverboards. I mean, that movie had a lot going for it.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of iconic stuff going on in the second one.
There is like a YouTube video that how many things Zemeckis and his team got right from Back to the Future 2, and it's like a laundry list of things, like like the Nostradamus like things.
Didn't they get that World Series game right, like the Cubs and the Marlins or something like that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. The Cubs World Series,
Chicago versus Miami.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of.
This is the all-time high for this by a lot.
Wow, damn. Because this is the type of book. Just because, okay, a Zbox. This is one of those. What the hell is Zbox? I forget.
I think it was just like a box of shit. It was a retail. This is a retailer exclusive. So
yeah,
I know people go fucking nuts about retailer exclusives, and my point will remain: most of them will be worthless, but you can't write them all off, right? There's gonna be books that hit, right? So
okay, so my thinking is I'm not gonna find this in a long box anywhere.
Probably not.
Okay.
Although, I don't know, it could be in somebody's collection and they just sell it. But,
there are replicas that come with a figure, and of course, like you remember the Biff to the Future, books that are so freaking hard to find.
Yep. Let's hold on. Let me look up Biff to the Future. Biff.
We covered a couple on Long Story Short. They fetch some nice prices.
Yeah, you can't find those, man.
What was the one? I'm trying to think.
So number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Was the Sports Almanac one. But I'm not seeing any more.
Scroll down.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh, come on. Okay, so here's a 9.6 of that for $235. And then you got a raw one for $50.
Those are good buys because they didn't make many of them, man. I mean, if you're a fan of Back to the Future and stuff like that.
I like this one with the shark.
The 3D shark.
The 3D shark.
That one's a great one, dude.
Did you feel a little let down by Back to the Future 3? I remember when I saw it.
Yeah.
I wasn't so into Westerns. It wasn't that it was that bad, but like 2 was so freaking pinnacle. Like I just felt like 3 missed the mark a little bit for me at the time.
Well,
I've watched it recently. I appreciate it a lot more, but
2 was just so balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Because I remember. Okay, so I saw 1 and 2 both in the theater, but I didn't go to see 3 in the theater. So
yeah, that was a crazy summer because 2 came out, and then like 3 or 4 months later, 3 came out, right? And I was like, man, that blew my mind. Like
because they filmed them together, and I
Right.
think that was a secret at the time. Like I think people were waiting for 2, and then they announced they did them together, and like 3 was going to come right out on the heels of it or something like that.
Yeah.
At least that's how I remember it. I don't know.
But you're right. I remember waiting for a part 2, and it just like I guess they're not going to make it. And
it took them years. They got all tangled up in all sorts of shit, I guess. But.
Oh yeah, Crispin Glover sued him for his likeness being in 2.
Yeah, a totally different actor.
Weirdo, man.
He still looks the same though. Like 30 years later, it's like freaky. All right, Ghost Rider, all new Ghost Rider number 1, the 1 in 25 Felipe Smith variant from 2014. This book has been hot for a while.
Yeah,
then it took a dip. It took a freaking dip, and I did not buy on the dip. And then it just like shot right back up. I'm like, shit.
That book is still a freaking banger, dude.
Yeah, man.
All the 1 in 25s from this run are fucking awesome.
Dude, even the second print.
The second print is great with the white on the bottom. It looks so much better than the first one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have 110 total on the census. And not that many 9/8 comparatively. It's like a third of those are 9/8, oddly enough. All right, so we had a CGC 9/8 that sold for $1,200.
Damn. I can see it, man. Robbie Reyes, I think he's a cool character. Given the budget, I thought, when he showed up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they did a reasonably good job. So
I thought they were supposed to reprise that in a Hulu show, but it never happened. It fizzled out, man. I was just bummed, dude. I was like, so I'm sitting with the stack of number 1s.
Right?
It'll come back. I mean, Ghost Rider's too cool of a character for them not to, I don't know. Maybe they do all of them. I don't know, but just the character in of itself is too damn cool for them not to come back to it.
Is this because of the cover that people just like it, or
I think it's scarce, dude. I think when this came out, even though it was a number 1, I don't think it was heavily ordered.
Damn.
And then they got real thin immediately after. That's why, I was just at a con and I found this thing, right? I hadn't found one of these things digging in forever, right?
Yeah, man.
God, yeah.
For $30, man. Like,
that's a good buy.
I sold mine a long time ago. All right, next up, I think we talked about this on the show. And did we talk about this on Long Story Short as well?
Yeah, I mean, this book's been everywhere. This is the Nabisco, where you had to mail in the UPCs to get this thing, and like nobody knew about it.
Okay, so this is Wolverine number 145. This is from 99. This is the Nabisco something variant. I did not feel like spelling Bill Sienkiewicz, so I had to like copy and paste, and this is what I got right there. All right, so 605. Wow.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of these out there, man.
Dude, that's a lot more than I was expecting to see for this book.
I bet Nabisco salesmen had stacks of these, dude. They were just giving them out.
The dude still has like a garage full, and he bleeds one out every other month.
That's smart. That's smart. How do you get a purple label 9/8? How's that possible?
Who's restoring this book?
How is this like? What's going on? And there's 4 of them too.
Well, it's an all black cover, so they're probably color touching some ticks or something
But
like
you
that.
shouldn't get a 9.8 for that, right?
None of this makes sense. Like I would love to see a purple label 9.8. See what
I
the
think
hell's
they're
going on.
out there. I think restored 9.8s are out there, but they're restored.
I don't get it.
I mean, I can see why people pay a premium for this book in 9.8. I mean, there's, relative to this, like 10% of, well, a little bit more when you count the signature, but, just over 10% of these.
Mhm. And it's like so many of them are purple label. You know what I mean? That's really weird for this book.
Yeah, 18 restored for a modern book.
Yeah. All right.
Must be tempting to get that paint out. It's just one little tick. Oh,
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
can do it. I can do it. I got some Indian ink.
Ain't nobody gonna know. They ain't gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know.
Like that TikTok. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
All right. So we got a CGC 9.8 that sold for $3,000.
Crazy, man.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts on this? Because
I like the idea of it. I don't know why it doesn't excite me a little bit more than it, for whatever reason. Like, I love obscure shit, but there's just
it's just
it doesn't seem rare to me. I know, like, it's always been considered rare, but like there's so many other books that for this price I would rather have.
Go Collect has one selling in December for $8,100 and 9.8.
Oh wow!
I don't know if that's accurate. If the sale completed, I mean, they've been better about cleaning up that stuff, but that's nuts.
Yeah.
All right. So, Aaron, sub Yee. So last year, one sold for 6,000.
Okay, that must be the one that I'm seeing here that listed at 81. But
jeez,
don't be buying those books, Aaron.
All right. Next up, Vampirella Monthly number 20. This is the Bruce Timm variant from 99. I had this book. One half of the book was faded, so I got rid of it. I couldn't stand looking at it. All right, so wow.
What did you get for it with the faded cover?
I sold it for like $65.
$65? Damn,
it was completely faded.
Okay,
but I think that was a decent price at the time. All right.
I think I pressed one of these for Stein.
33 total on the census. And 12 9/8s.
I passed this up for about 125 at a con either a year or two ago. I can picture it on the guy's freaking wall. I know the exact seller who had it.
What was the condition?
It was behind. I didn't look at it that close. I just kept walking by it at the con, looking at it. It looked reasonably good. It looked probably, I mean, it was going to be in the 9 somewhere. I didn't hold it. The guy kind of bugs me a little bit. I think that's the reason why I didn't look at it. But
okay. All right. Say. Okay. So we had a CGC 9.8 that sold for $850.
Wow.
A little too much, a little too rich for y'all.
I really like this book, but I mean, I'm not buying this for $850 graded.
I told you want to keep hope up, that you might find it in a back bin or something.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's still fairly 1999. It's old, but it's not that old.
Yeah,
it's not like you're looking for something from the 40s.
Yeah, because you might run. You might do like a Red Hood and find a stack of Vampirellas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That mug might be in there. All right. Deadpool number 45, the Run the Jewels Scotty Young variant. So I had this book back in the day, and I guess I just didn't realize it was a Scotty Young. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, back in the day, Scotty Young wasn't Scotty Young.
Exactly. But I did have this book. Wow, 279 total on the census, with around a little over 99/8, including the signature series. All right, so we had a raw copy that sold for $525. That is nuts. That's freaking nuts. I don't even remember what I sold mine for, but I don't think it was close to that. So this thing had to have been like super black. Lots of lots of black covers tonight. I'm sensing a theme. Let's see. But but I'll tell you what, I have yet to see this book out in the wild anywhere.
Yeah, I've never have.
Like anywhere. So
I'm trying to think of it ever. I don't know. I maybe have seen it once.
I would say not since the week it came out.
I've got nothing against this book at all. I guess I just don't have enough love for Run the Jewels to really get excited about, like, super excited about this book.
I still don't know what the hell Run the Jewels is.
So it's a group, it's a rap group.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Like
Darkness, Charlie Murphy. Darkness. All right, what's next? Deadpool's Secret Wars #2, the Chris Bachalo Gwenpool cover. So this is where we got the idea to do Gwenpool.
Yeah, man. I wasn't going to say anything.
No, say it. Unleash. Listen, this is the show where we tell it.
Listen, Gwenpool is a really cool character. You can see just by an appearance in Fortnite how the character is exploding, because that's how the character should be portrayed. And then you get dumbasses like Jeremy Whitley who go and try to turn her into something she's never meant to be, and nobody gives a shit. He's such a freaking nut job. Like, I just really boils my blood. And I'm hopefully Marvel's paying attention about what the character could, in theory, be. But I don't know, man. They make some weird decisions over there that don't make a lot of sense sometimes. But I'm glad to see Gwenpool getting all the love she's been getting lately. I mean, every week there's like tons of her books selling, books hitting new highs, or at least new recent highs. But yeah, man, I got nothing to love for this book. I mean, it's a masterfully done cover. Like I said, Chris Bachalo is probably one of my favorite artists from sort of that late 90s time period. Just really like his stuff. And yeah, man, glad to see this. What did this thing went for, like $250, something like that?
Okay, so 1,300 on the census. Okay, so there were a lot of sales this week.
All because of Fortnite?
All because of Fortnite, man.
Yeah. All of this was just this week.
And then Cody Ziegler decides to go out and like, oh, let's make a female Deadpool. I'm like, we've got like a female Deadpool.
We already had Lady Deadpool.
And we've got you don't need to start a third one, right? And no offense to Ziegler, but that guy can't write either.
I know. Yeah, because it's basically saying that these writers are crippling otherwise really fun characters that have yet to really establish their lore. So they're coming in like really early on and like just hamstringing them. for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot going on as far as Gwenpool goes, just this week.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I think it just goes to show that how much interest could potentially be out there for the character. But the fact of the matter is like she's very difficult to write. You actually have to have a brain. You actually have to be clever. You just can't throw a bunch of bullshit out there. And like, there's not many people at Marvel who actually have any writing talent anymore. So take it for what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's next? Okay, so we have Global Frequency #1. I did not know this book existed. So this is the retailer. This is the RP variant. I didn't know this variant existed. Do you remember?
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Yeah. So you remember for a time that I think they were either going to make a TV show or like a movie out of this, and like all the #1s, kind of got gobbled up, right? But
Yeah.
but you have this RRP variant, which I didn't know existed after all these years. So only 19 total on the census, 598s.
Whew. This thing must have gone for a nice amount.
And okay, so
that's it.
Yeah. So in late August, we had a 9.8 that sold for $128. And then we had a raw copy that sold this week for $50. I forget.
Why?
I forget what this book was about. But
is the show coming out?
I remember when it was announced, but this was like years ago, though. And I don't even know if the show had come out already or not. But I just thought it was interesting because I just didn't, like I said, I just didn't know this book existed. And then you have this one sell like out of the blue for $50. And I think
it could be under a different name, a movie under a different.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Maybe that's the case, but I just thought it was interesting.
Hey, Mark. Oh, sorry. What book did you want me to sound off on? I'll sound off on any book you want me to sound off on. But which book did you want me to sound off? Hold on. Any love for the Hastings variant of this? I assume you're talking about the Gwenpool book. What's the Hastings? I'm trying to think what that book is. The black and red one?
Hastings Gwenpool?
I've got all of them. I don't know what. I don't know if I know what book you're thinking of, man.
You seen anything
Hastings did this. So there was a J. Scott Campbell who did for Hastings, and then there's the Christmas one for the holiday special from Hastings. But those are the only two that come to mind. Oh, so that was so the book you're talking about, Mark. That is Gwenpool #0, which reprints her appearances from Howard the Duck. It's a 1 in 25.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 1 in 25. Yeah, it's pretty cool too. That was actually it's a pretty tough book to get because nobody was ordering a ton of copies of Gwenpool 0 because it was just reprints of her first appearance. But yeah, that's a damn cool book. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, the last time I saw that was like years ago, and they wanted $35 for it.
Yeah, I think it goes for more now, for a lot more now. But at least it had been. Who the hell knows in this market? Yeah, this is cool. I would definitely buy this. If I saw this for $50, I would actually probably grab that.
Yeah. So Global Frequency. Yeah. I remember when #1s of these were going for like $20, 10 to 20. And then you have this sale here. So it seems like these just popped up out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's. I mean, type it up on Google and see if there's a movie or something, or a video game or something.
Paste and search. Global frequency. Pilot. TV show. 2005 movie, but no, that's a little too late. TV series. Oh.
Is that current?
I'm trying to see the year, but I'm not seeing. I'm like, huh. Okay. All right.
Okay, so they did make a show.
Oh yeah, okay. It seems like they made like one episode of it, and then that was it.
Didn't stick.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But that's cool anyway, though. All right, next up, Venom, Lethal Protector #1 from 93. This is probably one of Marvel's earliest variants.
Yeah, man, definitely early on. This book blows me away every time I see it. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so almost 2,000 on the census.
And that also blows me how many of these there are. Because, growing up, I held this book in my mind as being like, there's 5 of them out there or something. So
exactly. That's what I was thinking too. It's so limited. But like I've come across like probably 4 of them so far in my lifetime.
But they always sell for it's crazy. I mean, these things sell raw 500-600 easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we had a CGC 9.8 that sold for essentially $1,400.
Mm-hmm. Somebody had to have it.
Had to have it. And there was a buy it now as well.
It's a great looking book. I mean, the gold on
this. Oh,
this.
yeah, dude. Fucking awesome.
The closest I could get was a 9. I got a 9.6 of it. And I guess I got to be happy with that.
Yeah, this foil stuff, you can't, it's hard to, Joe can probably do it, but when these books get, there's not much you can do for them, it doesn't seem like, once they get banged up.
Okay, so my story with this and having it graded is that I took it in, so I sent it into CGC for a quick press, right? And they said that they couldn't do anything with it because it was a cardstock foil, and so I just got a 9.6 on it.
I love it, man. That's awesome, dude. That would be so cool to record and play it in the background after like a before and after of something that I press. And just like but that's funny, dude. Like real quick to give up and not even take a shot at it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What great customer service that is. Nope, can't do it.
Here's a 9.6.
Yeah.
Okay, they couldn't give it a 9.8 just because they thought it needed a press.
What year was this?
This had to have been 2017, 2018. Around that time.
Okay, yeah, you didn't know me yet.
Because this was gosh, man, this is the year that I submitted that Ultimate Fallout 4 in like in the X23 Delato. This was around that, and the Campbell Black Cat. That was around that time.
What's up, Remo, bud?
Remo. But yeah, this is one of those books that I'm happy with the one I have. So,
bro, this book still holds up, dude.
Yeah,
like it's just phenomenal. Like it's just like if you ask me what were you doing in the early 90s, like I'll show you the picture of this book, dude. Like this was badass, dude.
Yeah, I mean the OG is so loved, right? Just this thing just pops, so it makes sense. This book will always be, will always be hanging around, right? People love Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, I bought some reverse negative of this cover from Sam Delacampos a couple of years back, and he did a couple of sketches and he did a couple of remarks on some of this book. Like I just went off and took him a whole bunch of shit to sign.
All right, that is it for. You know what? I want to take a look at one more sale, if you'll let me. If you'll
Real
let
quick,
me.
how many copies of the original do you think are on the census?
Oh, jeez, man. I would say about 2,000 at least.
10. You can 10x that.
Oh, jeez, man.
23,000.
Get out of here.
23,000.
So there's no sense in submitting. It's done.
I've got a newsie. I think I like when I look for that book. That's what I'm looking for in those. But
okay, I wanted to take a look at this sale really quickly because it was a lot of Batman books. So you got number 40. So this sold for $7,000. Well, let's just say $7,000. So you had this high grade Batman 40.
God, that's nice. Look at that.
High grade Batman 46.
These sold together.
Right. High grade. Well, nice Batman 123. What number was this? 136. 179.
Oh my goodness.
But essentially it was for the Batman number 30 and whatever I said. Batman 40 and 46. Look at these. These are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a really good
looking with a black cat right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And then the broken mirror. Walk under ladders. Right.
They just abusing the Joker.
Black cat, broken mirror, all the bad luck just coming down on him.
I love how the Joker pretty much hasn't changed in all this time. I love that.
Don't mess with perfection, man.
Yeah. He looks freaking great. So yeah, so $7,000 for a high grade Batman 40 and 44.
That doesn't seem too bad, man. I mean, Joker covers. I mean,
these things are really nice. All right, everybody. So in the face of NFL football, you're still watching. So you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Thank you so much. I've got a tummy ache from pizza and beer. So I need some water.
I got LASIK surgery tomorrow. So.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow. So I asked you about the recovery time, right?
According to a couple of my friends, it's like a couple of days, and the surgery's like 6 minutes. So they're like doing this eye tomorrow, and then the following Monday they're doing this eye, and I've had to do eye drops every 4 hours or whatever.
Oh wow! Okay.
So we'll see, man.
So
I'm all paranoid, man.
So when should you be coming out of the other side of it, like free and clear?
I would say, like after they do it. Like I guess if I can see after they do it, I should be good, man. Be like, if it's just darkness, I'm gonna be... Oh my god. That's why I'm glad they're doing one eye at a time, man. You know?
Heroes, I would say that would double the price of that book with a 9.8 with Stanley and Bagley on it. I'd say a double. Stanley 9.8s on big books seem to really elevate it, particularly if it's like a good Stanley signature, not sort of in his last year or two.
Good luck, bro. My sister had that years ago.
Oh, okay. Is she okay?
Let's just say her favorite character is now Daredevil.
Bro.
Dude,
I'm nervous, bro. Don't be saying that, man.
Dude, it is literally like a basic procedure at this point. Like basic.
So will you be wearing like a bandage over your eye?
So my buddy took a picture of it. It's like a see-through thing for like 1 or 2 days.
Okay.
And then the rest is eye drops.
All right.
So,
Okay.
We'll see. But I'm on vacation for a couple of weeks, man. So
right on, man. All right, everybody.
Listen, dude, don't press my books that I'm going to send you until, you know.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm done with Phil's books right now, so and I'm almost done with Blue Green, so and then but I got orders coming in, man. So if I can see my way to the post office, I'll go get them.
So I think Joe might be on a pressing hiatus for
no. Hell no, bro.
Okay, all right.
Work does not stop, bro.
Make that shit happen.
Work does not stop.
Right on. All right, everybody.
Bro, I'm gonna be all laser now, so I'm gonna be like 9-6, 9-6, 9-2, 9-4. Don't know how I missed that before. Now I see it.
All right, everybody. I love you all. And we will see you next week. We're going to circle back here next week. We're going to take a look at that Batman 23 that sold. That should sell next Sunday. And there's Long Story Short on Thursday. And hopefully we can do some Tales from the Flip Side on Tuesday. So we got a full week. Joe, what you got going on besides surgery?
I was going to do a pod with the comic doc. We were going to do something yesterday, but I got out of work late and just didn't happen. And so I'm going to wait till after surgery to start up. I just want to do a pod and say what I want to say and see what happens. And start shit and just make some new enemies.
Talk your shit, Joe. Spare nothing. No. Spare nobody.
Man, I'm looking at this Ghost Rider book and I got to fucking have it, dude.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. All right, everybody.
Do you have this?
Which one?
This Ghost Rider?
This all new. No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
All right.
I didn't buy it on the dip. That was my my fatal flaw.
I should have also. Oh, yeah. Well.
All right, everybody. Good night. I need some water.
Later.
All right. Good night.